Greetings, beautiful soul. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Sacred Heart Awakenings. I am Monica Bermudez. I am an energy, sound, and heart healer, as well as a light language channeler and a love your life coach. And I come with so much passion to help men and women transmute their emotional griefs of emotional pain after going through a divorce or a breakup so that they can open their hearts and love again. And I do come from a place of energy healing as well as personal experience, which I'll share my journey and my unhealthy relationships and what drove me to have this passion to help others in finding their way to open their hearts from all that emotional pain that happens when you go through a divorce or a breakup. So I'm coming from a mystical, spiritual, and energetic and personal experience on this. And in this video, I would like to share 3 sacred keys to help you and start opening your heart, especially after having gone through this separation or divorce, which is not an easy step to do. And it takes so much courage to do it and strength. And so you should definitely applaud yourself if you find yourself having to had made such a tough decision to get through it, but knowing that there's always a light and hope at the end of the tunnel. And I would like to discuss first, and the format of this video will go over some research and study that I've been researching online and about regarding the divorce rate. And then I would like to discuss the 3 sacred keys that I would like to share with you in helping you to start opening your heart. And toward the end of the video, I would like to reward you for taking the time to listen to my video. I would like to give you a gift you with a complimentary Sacred Heart Awakening 45-minute session. And there's an application towards the end, which I'll explain to you how the gift that I would like to provide more assistance. So jumping into the video, I would like to first discuss some of the research that I've been finding. In regards to divorce, there's been a lot of research done by psychologists that have found that the divorce rate has increased significantly. And currently, in the past couple years or so, the studies have shown that the divorce rate is between 50 to 60% around the world. And of course, some countries are higher than others. And the United States is one of those at the top of the list of being the highest. And so if you think about it, that's like almost, I would say, 5 out of 10 cases of a divorce that happens in life. And so furthermore, studies have dug deeper into this whole divorce, and what's happening is that a divorce or any breakup is a higher risk of going through a depression. And it is also what studies have shown recently is that it's a form of PTSD or post-traumatic syndrome disorder. It used to be known that, or a lot of psychologists used to think that PTSD was only post-war after fighting in a war, but they're finding that that's not the case. So now any traumatic event in your life, such as a divorce, is considered PTSD. So in a sense, a divorce is kind of like a battlefield because you do go through certain like emotional and mental stages of which leads up to a divorce and having the emotional pain of dealing with it. And it's not easy on the heart. And as a matter of fact, Harvard studies have shown that divorce can also increase a heart attack by about 20%. So the heart is a very delicate organ to start with from a physical standpoint, but energetically, it's also very delicate. So the energy that we have when our heart is very closed and is feeling a lot of emotional pain, it also affects the heart in a physical level. So some of the stages in PTSD, in case you're wondering, is a lot of self-blaming or blaming others, and getting irritated easily or angry. It varies, and sometimes you take really risky behaviors, like trying to hurt yourself in different ways. And so there's a lot of this that goes on with the PTSD and the trauma. And so studies have shown that it happens. This is normal for a divorce case. So to me, from a mystical standpoint, this is what I call like being almost heartbroken. And it does feel like a broken heart. And so I call it the dark soul of the night. It's when you go through this intense period of what feels like a cocoon. And really the quarantine life that we're going through right now, it is like a cocoon. So in most cases, it does feel like a dark soul of the night for some people. But in the case of a divorce, it's very intense. And there's a lot of pain that goes on. And it's hard to trust and be out in social life again, especially if you're coming from trauma or toxic relationships. So it's normal to feel this. But just so you know, everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody deserves to be joy and happy and just have all those things. So you don't deserve to be in this pain or to be alone with it. So for me, like when I first started my divorce towards the end of 2012, I went through those stages of just isolating myself from social life. I didn't want to be around anybody, really. And it was just very painful, but I just didn't feel I was in the right state to. And I tried to use every spiritual tool in this toolbox and to help myself and getting to open my heart again and being able to trust. And I tried everything I could, and then as a final resort, I stumbled upon light language, which helped me peel away, because I wanted to just start digging deeper into my soul. I found that there were some things that were opening my heart, but I needed something that was permanently changing me. And I felt that there was something in there that in my soul that just needed to be rewired and repatternized. So I really wanted to dig deeper inside of me. And just reviewing my whole life, I realized that all my relationships, even before the divorce, were so unhealthy. And so the divorce was just a triggering point to help me just dig deeper. So as a last resort, when I found light language, I started peeling away some of those karmic and ancestral patterns energetically inside of me. And a miracle happened where not only did it peel away some of those layers, but then it activated my own light language, which is unique in each of us. And I can discuss that in a different video later with you and that experience and journey. And so as I started speaking it in private, started using it privately, it started to also peel away even more of my karmic and ancestral. It was almost like I was remembering who I was truly, because we are truly divine beings and we are meant to live with love. And that is our true essence of our soul. And so we deserve to always have an awakened and happy heart. And energetically speaking, when we start to transmute ourselves and shift, it's almost like our heart just remains so pure, loving, and compassion that it just regenerates the heart physically. So it just feels like you're a kid at heart, and you feel more joyful, much more happier, and that is the way we deserve to be. So that's why I'm here, and I'm very passionate about helping others also find their permanent changes in them. So for taking the time to review this video, as I mentioned, I would love to gift you with a complimentary 45-minute session of the Sacred Heart Awakenings to discuss some of the packages with you. And just please fill out the application to determine if we're the right fit. And Now I would like to just jump into some of the 3 sacred keys to help you start to open your heart. Number 1, go outside. Spend as much time as you can outdoors with trees, a forest, mountain, whatever is your favorite place, and just hang out with nature. And scientific studies are finding that the trees themselves emanate a certain aura that helps humans heal. So there's something very special about being around trees, and that's something that I did as well. When I first got through my divorce, I spent most of my time out in nature, and it is really just so uplifting energetically. I cannot begin to tell you how good it felt. And so I recommend it highly to you. The second sacred key is to keep rose essential oil or rose incense as pure rose or just fresh roses, and smell them on a daily basis. And that also begins to open your heart and heal your heart. It's just something about the smell of the rose, the frequency of it, that helps with opening the heart. And the third step is to surround yourself by people who are positive and uplifting. And even though I isolated myself, I still kept maybe about 4 people in my group who I talked to and trusted with confidence and shared some of those vulnerabilities, and who I felt very comfortable and felt that they were encouraging and uplifting me. And that's okay if you have just a few people around you who can uplift you and still take the time that you need to try to open your heart. So I do hope that these help you as they had helped me when I was first starting to open my heart. And this much as it opens your heart, it's something, there's still some layers that go on inside energetically, and patterns, karmic and ancestral, that still need to be rewired. And I would love to help and discuss that with you. So please, if you do resonate with this and you do need the help to try to dig deeper inside of you to make permanent changes, and you're ready to make those changes, please reach out to me and fill out the application to determine if we are fit. There's a link below this YouTube video, and I would love to hear from you. And I hope that you're doing well during this quarantine life, and do take care of yourself. So be well, and much love for you, and I'll see you at the next video.